Happy Monday. I think I might be moving this to the member channel, but I am here to just chill and listen to this interview. I was listening to it. I'm like, I need to just listen to this on my live on my channel. So that's what I'm gonna do. Um, yeah, let's get into this interview on $1 million worth of game. Excuse me. It's the Prince family, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's listen in.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Loving this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Yo. Okay, so yeah, I'm just chilling, drinking my coffee this morning, eating on a bagel, and listening to this interview. It's interesting. Let's listen to it.
You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
We sitting here with the Prince family, man. We reporting live from H-Town, man. You know, there's a lot of things, that was said. A lot of people got their own opinions, a lot of speculation, a lot of Instagram hype. But ain't nothing like, hearing it from the horse's mouth and hearing the real deal of what happened. OG.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. First and foremost, man, before we even get started, I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff.
Miss Money Penny. So this is the interview that took place yesterday, $1 million worth of game, episode 205. And it's the Prince family. And this talk is going to be about Takeoff and what happened during, the event before and after his murder. And I'm just like, I was listening to it. It was a few minutes in. And I was like, am I hearing this right? This sounds crazy to me. So that's what we're listening to. The person that's speaking right now is Gillie. Gillie and Wallo, they play their parts. Wallo is going to be the one asking the hard hitting questions and the questions we want to hear. So, yeah, I might chime in, I might not. So just let's check it out.
You know what I mean? Shout out to his family.
And this is Gillie.
Shout out
to the whole QC.
To the whole QC, to all his loved ones. You know what I mean? We want to show our respects on that aspect first. When I got the call from you, OG, we was a little reluctant to do the interview because, somebody lost their life. It's a sensitive situation.
Okay, and I found that interesting that Prince Sr. contacted them for the interview and they really didn't want to do it. And it might have been a better decision not to do it, I think. But that's just me. Hey, Christy Power. Christy, I don't know if you're following this story about, what happened with Takeoff and the Prince family and all of that, but I'm playing this interview that happened yesterday. Chill out with me this morning. I usually don't even come on this early in the morning, but,
So, we talked, and then when you alerted me that you had sat down with, P from QC, and, everybody saw things eye to eye. And, that really had, it was like, okay, well, cool. As long as you see eye to eye with, the people that's most close to him and y'all got everything figured out, then, okay, then you can come speak your truths. You know what I'm saying? Because that side of the family and this side of the family is on the same accord. So,
okay, now that's interesting to me too. What's going on, Wild Wayne? Hey, Chrissy. So you did see this? Okay. Well, hang out with me. Let's talk about it because he's now saying, this is Gillie talking, that after it was explained that, okay, so you did speak to the family prior to coming, wanting to come on here, and that we can rock with that. That's what they're saying. Like, we didn't want you to just be coming on here talking on wild, but if you cool with everybody, then it's all good. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they say.
With that being said, let's get into this interview, man.
Yeah, and I would like to also, man, I want to echo everything that was said. We would like like to extend and send our condolences, you know what I mean, as well, because, and definitely to Takeoff mother, you know what I mean, because I put her at the top of the list because it's an unnatural thing to lose your kid. You know what I mean? I've felt all kinds of pain from losing my mother, my father, you know, brothers, sisters, cousins, best friends, and different things. But you know, to lose your child is a whole different, you know, a whole different kind of pain. So, you know, I sympathize with that to the fullest because that's what you call unnatural. You know what I mean? They supposed to bury us, not us burying them.
Absolutely.
Now, Mike Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question. You was there, and you know a lot of people seen you trying to de-escalate the situation, um, and then things just went left. What happened, Mike?
Well, it really wasn't a situation to escalate because it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like it looked, but it really wasn't that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I even asked myself that today. Like it wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? We from the cuts. You know, with certain things are what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and because you done had so many years of looking and seeing and feeling and dealing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was really a beautiful night. You know what I'm saying? We all family. We enjoying. Everybody kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it wasn't a situation that it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me saying I'm de-escalating, I'm basically just telling nephew, like, hey, it ain't worth talking about. Like, man, you want to talk about basketball? It ain't. Leave it alone. Stop talking about it. Period. Like, stop talking about basketball. You don't talk about basketball. Stop. Like, it wasn't about no dice game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no gambling. It wasn't about none of the things that the media and all these, you know, we call them media whores, just trying to capitalize and draw a story that wasn't there. Because we had already been outside a period of time before that other conversation started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the homies, you know, everybody went outside to smoke. You know what I'm saying? We just sit back chilling. Then, you know, we gonna talk. They talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, so it wasn't that type of situation or that type of energy to where you would feel like something had escalated to where it was supposed to be a problem.
So okay, so to the people that say, okay, Prince family been doing this for years. Been bringing people down. They've been hosting them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing like this ever happened. You feel what I'm saying? What about the people that feel like still nothing should have happened?
Okay, Gillie.
They was with the, you know, they was with the Prince family, and the Prince family is well respected. Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. Uh, we ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here. And that's the root of this situation. And he didn't attack the Prince family, but he attacked, you know, people that we know, and it was totally unnecessary. You know what I mean? For you to attack a man with a weapon. Because what that's gonna do is put a man in a position where he wanna protect himself. And that was the root of igniting this gunplay.
But to clarify it real quick so they can understand, we're not talking about Takeoff attacking nobody.
No, not at all.
Just so they can understand.
No, not at all. Not take.
Man, I'm gonna say this about Jay Prince. I'm sorry, I got bag on my mouth, but I'm saying this about Jay Prince. This nigga talks in circles. This nigga talks in parables. And I was actually getting pissed off listening to this because I just feel like the way he's talking on the situation in general is disrespectful to the family, Takeoff's legacy, all of that. Like, why are y'all begging people to come on their show to clear your name? You not arrested, and then they want to bring up the person they say or attack them or attack. You know, what are you talking about? And who are you talking about? You ain't said nobody's name or made a reference to who. I'm assuming he's talking about dude who was arrested, and I think he's out on bail if I'm not mistaken. But come on now. Hey Aisha. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Off and not nobody from Houston, attack nobody until, the homie that was with them would take off them, whatever his name may be. He giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have so we can read his name and everything because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling a lot of different lies. So we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie, in this paperwork. So as everybody can see on the video, this dude, without having a green light from Offset, nobody told this man to, attack somebody and Quavo,
He already got Offset's name in his mouth, and he can't wait to talk about Offset, but he meant Quavo, and he's already too talking about green lights. If you weren't doing the little bullshit you do, you wouldn't even be bringing up green light because we know what a green light is. Why are you saying he didn't have a green light? So you do this. This is what you do. Stop denying it. What's going on, Republicrat?
Nobody gave him a green light to attack, a 5'2" guy. It's a big nigga. So I guess he felt like, the little homie is somebody he can just hit and knock out and different things like that. And it was the wrong thing to do, man. And it was an embarrassing thing to do because it was, like Mike said, it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even that type of atmosphere. Y'all talking about a basketball game. A 2-on-2. Playing a 2-on-2. And now you turn a misdemeanor into a felony.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people seen the video. It was a few seconds, and Junior, they seen you walking by. We understand that, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. They seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
It's the crazy thing about that video, right? Is one scenario is that they see Mike on the ground trying to help Takeoff, but in the video, Mike was right behind me. People didn't peep that. People think that I'm the one who had a voice. I'm the one who was speaking in the video, and I wasn't. If you go back and look at the video, Mike is walking right behind me.
Okay, so you guys remember that video where Mike Prince Jr. walked right by Takeoff as his dead body was lying there bleeding out. Looked like he just walked and stepped over him, and he made a smart remark to some girl who was there. She said something to him as he walked by, like, you're not gonna, like, you see this, or are you just gonna walk by? And he said, don't talk to me about. Whoever spoke snapped on the girl. Sounded like it was Jay Prince, and I think we saw his mouth moving. I think we saw his lips moving. Did we not? He's trying to now say it was Mike. He throwing Mike under the bus. This is crazy to me. This whole thing is insane.
Took 3 seconds of a situation where I was caught on video and turned it into what they wanted it. But in all actuality, we had been there for a while. Mike was following me so we can go to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired because I wasn't even out there when this transpired. I was inside paying a bill. So I had no knowledge of what had transpired outside. As I'm walking I had just got done paying the bill. As I'm walking to the door, I hear gunshots. And then I also hear bullets coming through the glass. So I got out the way because I was almost at the door. So I end up getting out the way. And sadly, what had taken place had taken place. But in that 3-second clip, it was me and Mike walking to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired outside.
Dude, I feel like him keeping saying he needs to wash the blood off his hands. You know what that means when people say you have blood on your hands, right? That means you are responsible. You have something to do with somebody's death. And for him to keep saying that to me is eerie. And then to his voice, why does his voice sound so damn shaky? Does his voice not sound shaky? He sounds nervous to me. But he's supposed to be this big mob ties boss. I don't understand this interview. It's crazy to me. But okay, so you didn't say that bullshit when you walked past Takeoff's dead body. You didn't mumble or you didn't snap on old girl when she said something to you. So you're saying it was Mike, your Uncle Mike, right? That's what you're saying? I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Chrissy. Guilty.
There was rumors that after all this occurred, you was the one that took Quavo and them to the hospital. Y'all still was together after that.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like me and him stayed out there. Like one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So
Yeah, so it's just interesting how one can take a 3-second lie, and contaminate a bunch of damn fools that believe anything that they see. And when in actuality, as you these two was with Quavo, from beginning to end. They dropped him off. They never left his side. Here's the thing. Takeoff is not the only one got hit that night. A friend of ours daughter got hit in the head. So somebody could have been mad and wanted to come back and do some things. So they was there with the homie. And whenever he decide to speak, he gonna validate everything we saying. Quavo, because he know he was never abandoned. He know he was never disrespected. He know every time he have came to Houston, it been nothing but respect. That's why.
Why don't this talk into the mic, my man? You've been in this game 30 years. You know how to talk into a microphone now. You getting on my nerves. So now you're saying, now senior Jay Prince Senior on the right of this picture, he's saying that Quavo, he's vouching for them. He's gonna vouch for us. We took care of him. It wasn't our fault. We had nothing to do with this. Quavo will tell you. He brings Quavo up a lot when it comes to corroborating their side of things, right? Republican, usually a person laying hurt or dying would get help, but they let Takeoff lay dying on purpose. The nearby cop even refused to help him. And why is it a couple of hours? He said they were there a couple hours till everything, did it take a couple of hours for them to clear that out and for people to come? And I don't get that. Okay.
Angel.
When you hear Houston, you hear mob time. Some people would say that there's some type of protocol for people to check in when they come to the city. And this coming from a person like me and Gil, we ain't never check in when we came to the city. So is there supposed to be a certain protocol for people to check in?
No, I begin with me, and he can speak, and they can speak for the other generation. But I'm a never, we don't have time for no sucker shit like that. Now a lot of people from the different police departments and all these different people want to insinuate like we extorting people. They have to check in. Man, that ain't no money in that shit. I wouldn't have. I got more money than I could spend, right?
Okay, I gotta pause. So the check-in process, he's denouncing that. He's not speaking for his son and them or his brother. He's speaking for himself. He's like, I ain't with that sucker shit because ain't no money in it. Not because it's not right, not because we're not bullies like that, not because we not gangsters like that, but because there's no money in it. I got more money than I can spend. Okay. So right there, see, this is what I mean. I don't know. It's just something in the speak. It's something in the way that they talk. All of not just the dad, but he done taught the son because the son is the same way. But the son can't even really carry it off because his voice shakes so much when he speaks. But let's continue.
I don't want to say, go Gil, that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna turn out right because real niggas ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? But on the flip side, there is what you call a brownie point to be able to have us as friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to impose or force myself to embrace nobody. By the same token, those that I respect and I befriend, there is a difference coming into the city as our friend versus by yourself. You know what I mean? And the difference is we are respected. You know, we are respected, and everybody with us, we're gonna demand that they be respected. But it ain't no trying to extort or trying to force. We don't need that. That's fake love. All right, we don't want that.
Because it seemed like, and why is it that a high percentage of things that take place that might go wrong in this city, why is mob ties and rap a lot always blamed?
Woo!
Man, you know, all of my life, damn near in this game, that been the case. You know what I mean? It's almost like I view our brand like a Nike brand in the streets. You know, everybody wear it. You know what I mean? Because uh, it's something proud to wear and feel good about. But you know, all of those everybody's, and I done a post say everybody with us ain't one of us. You know what I mean? Everybody wear that hat, wear that attire. You know, you can't.
You know, he did post that everybody with us is not one of us because he was in a picture where that dude, I think his name was Cam. I think he did get charged in this, not for the murder, but I think he had a weapons charge. He's the one that had the locks that people were focusing on. I think they were calling him Yellow Hoodie. He was in a picture and he was standing right behind Jay Prince Sr., who was sitting in the picture, and that circulated after it all went down. And now, so then he had went and posted that. Everybody who with us ain't whatever the thing is, basically saying just because you around us wearing our stuff, you ain't really a part of us. But is that really true for somebody who's literally in the picture with you, standing behind you? He might even had his hand on his shoulder. I don't know. Might have been massaging that man's temples. You know what I'm saying? Christina Taylor, seems like people who are your friends end up on a lot. Exactly. That's the whole thing. Is he answering the question? Let's listen to see. He was asked, and I think that was Gillie that I'm sorry, Wallo asked if why is mob ties and rap like why y'all always caught up when something's going down in your city? Why is your name always attached? Okay.
Give them to me. You know, you can't give all these people that wear Nike and may go shoot up, bang, bang, or whatever in Nike attire. Y'all don't try to give it to Phil Knight, whatever that dude name. You know what I mean? So don't try to give me that shit, but they do. You know what I mean? And I learned to accept the things that I can't change the things that I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. You know what I mean? Because, with us and with the success that we have attained for so many years, brings about a certain jealousy and envy and all that kind of shit with it, man, until, it's like a snowball effect where you really can't stop it. You know what I mean? I give you a story my 114-year-old great grandmother gave me. She said, people are going to say what they want to say. You just don't let it be so. So I live that life of just not letting it be so.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is also brought to you by the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Return to LA on Sunday, February 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. The Clash feature
fast forward through this commercial.
Cypress Hill doing his thing, and get the tickets at sir. You got the OG Cypress Hill, right?
Oh my goodness.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Wait. I skipped through that commercial, but I wanted to address what he has said. Now I don't even fucking remember. But let's just keep going.
What's the from the Prince family standpoint? What's the worst? What is the when you get into feelings? What's the worst feeling that y'all had that from what happened that night? Like what eats at y'all the most?
This is Gillie talking.
Other than Takeoff here losing his life.
Let me just say this. I don't think I heard you say other than that, but that's at the top. You know what I mean? He lost his life. Other than that, the worst thing to me is this clown that came here. I wish he would have never came with Quavo. I wish he would have never brought this nigga
with Quavo.
Can't think. Whole root of everything.
Wait, hold up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had went through listening to this thinking he was talking about the dude Patrick, I think his name, or Campbell. I forgot the guy's name that got arrested. But now he's saying the guy that came with Quavo. Who came with Quavo and Takeoff to Houston with them? Was it their uncle? I think I remember hearing that it was a uncle, right? I'm thinking, so that's who he's been talking about. He's setting it off. This nigga is out here torching the shit up. He is on here with an agenda. Why is he doing this? No, I know why he's doing it, but I'm saying, why do it like this, dude? Damn. And you know what? People are dragging the Prince family. They get dragged ever since this happened. Because like it got brought up earlier in this interview, this thing should have never happened, especially under your watch, because you guys are supposed to be running the city, right? That's what we heard. I'm just an observer. I'm out here doing what I do, but people, everybody knows this. This is a known thing. So now you want to downplay? Okay, let me stop. Let's listen.
From his action. Be frank, honest about the situation. I wish that bullet would hit him instead of Takeoff. He was the one that deserved that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Did he really just say that he wishes the bullet would have hit the dude that came with Quavo? Okay.
Takeoff didn't deserve that. So that's the worst thing that I could think of, because if he don't make that move, then the night is everybody's still here and live to see another day, and you know what I mean. It's bubbly and lovey-dovey,
right? And I understand that the Takeoff situation is the most important thing. But I'm saying other than that, from the Prince standpoint, it might be like that it ever even was possible that it could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Real clearly. Said, man, everybody, even the police department want to get around the root of what really happened. Now, there's a law that goes on around the world where if me and you go rob a bank and, the police or somebody is shooting, trying to protect that bank, right? And hit some innocent person, who you think get that charge? The person that shot that innocent person, or the root of the situation that was robbing that bank? The root. Okay. That's what we're dealing with right here. You know what I mean? This dude is the root of this shit. You know what I mean? And from what I done read in this police report, where he's, killing on everything he can tell on Jazz, and you know what I mean, moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and man,
He said you can tell on Jazz. When you say tell on them, I mean you really saying that he did some shit to be told on. Like, that's what I'm saying, Christina Taylor. Thank you. Basically, she said, I'm gonna put this up on the screen, child. Why you, dude?
nobody who want to rob, you know, them little dudes, the last thing they would have done was violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo then walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz by ourselves in the whole hood. And when by the time we hit a few corners, we had 100 plus walking with us. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand. Well, no, that's like a lie.
I'm so confused about his answers to these questions. So because you walked with Quavo in the hood in Fifth Ward from start to finish, top to bottom, and 100 soldiers was behind y'all by the time y'all got to the finish line of that journey. So what? Because he didn't get robbed then, he could not have been robbed any other time? Is that what you're saying? Because one, what does one have to do with the other? You weren't even there. So I'm so confused about this man and his why he would put himself. See, this is good for us because we get to see who these people really are, right? We really typically only hear through third, 50th millionth parties of these people, but we rarely get to see really who they really are about. Because this situation, this topic is serious. This man lost his life, right? On your watch. And you on here saying stuff that sounds crazy. But keep talking.
Justify that dumb shit that he done. And, you know, that's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from hitting the loved one. Because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in the bed asleep.
There it is. So he for sure put his alibi out there. I was in the bed asleep. Wow. It took him 20 minutes to get to that.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think like I had spoke before and said that the biggest thing is just me thinking
This is Mike Prince in the middle there.
about that whole night and that whole situation to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should have been controlled, why it happened, this and that and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're not God. You know what I'm saying? But we believe in him. We don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? Because we follow him first and foremost. You know, and personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we so used to molding and respect. You know what I'm saying? To where we didn't have no doubt that it wasn't going to be no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't move like that. No one in association or affiliation with us move with disrespect. You know?
So, okay, he's saying if they didn't get disrespected, this would have never happened. That's what I'm getting.
You know what I'm saying? So we all family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and just
crying, man.
See the way that my family
Wipe your tears, boo.
is being betrayed. You know what I'm saying? Behind kicked by in love also as brothers. That's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to enlighten the world. Let them know y'all got it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we messed up about this too. You know what I'm saying? Me, and all respect to them. Takeoff's family. You know what I'm saying? His loved ones. We love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was stuck that night. You know what I'm saying? Man, like bro say behind this clown, man. We don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? When we say move, we move. When one leg move that way, the other leg gonna move that way. We don't have no out of bounds clown shit going on in our family.
Okay, yet again, he is saying we do move. And when we do, though, we move together in unison, not no bullshit like what happened that night. And that's what I'm like. This is not meant for this platform. This conversation is meant for parties involved, in my opinion. Like,
This nigga came down here and he was out of line. And he stepped out of bounds, man, without permission. Quavo told me, after I told him, I said, nephew, stop talking about basketball, leave it alone. He said, Unc, you right. Let's go. Because I don't want to do nothing to one of these niggas before I do something to one of these niggas. This dude took upon himself to go trying to violate people that didn't violate nobody. That was sitting there humble. Wasn't exchanging words, wasn't being disrespectful. He just decided he wanted to be a bully that night and prove something to someone. I don't know, probably because he's the biggest guy out there. I don't know what it was. But we started walking off. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody in the family violate nobody. A man is going to defend himself. So I can't tell a man not to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, y'all, but is he dry snitching? I'm trying to understand. And I wish they would. Who was he talking about? They saying the person that came with Quavo. Who came with Quavo? I got to look this up.
And I didn't even see that coming. You know, as soon as he made his move and struck an individual, I'm like, what you doing? But everything happened like that. And I didn't see no gun in his hand. Because I would have spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that till clippings after the fact that he's already standing there. So he already had his mind on something that shouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't something that we could control, see coming, stop, or none of that because it wasn't one of ours. You're not of us because if you was of us, it wouldn't have never happened. You stepped out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And
If they listen to that tape real good, they can hear the little homie. They can hear the little homie saying, man, if you took that wrong, I apologize. This is what the little homie was telling Quavo. Man, I apologize if you took that wrong. I was just talking about basketball. You know, how humble can you be? After apologizing like that, a nigga gonna hit him with a pistol. Hey, man, you know, like I say, under no circumstances, you take.
So he's literally saying I'm confused because it doesn't sound like they're talking about the person they actually had in custody for this. They sound like they're talking about either somebody who people think is from their camp and they're trying to say they're not from their camp, or they're talking about somebody who came with Quavo. Because I did remember there were rumors about one of Quavo's people and Takeoff's people being the one who shot the shot by accident or something. I'm so glad I'm not an industry Republican. But he's literally saying that this is the person that did it. Isn't that what is coming out of his mouth? Okay.
Golf. Just heard what he got. But boy, look at here. That other clown, hey man, that's where it's at.
You keep people keep talking about, you know. I'm just speaking on it because they keep attaching it to your name, your brand, and what y'all do. Keep talking about dice game. Whether it's in this situation, whether it's in this Duke the Jeweler situation.
Woo! Duke the Jeweler.
And to Duke the Jeweler, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. I don't know the brother, but I know he came down here. Things transpired. I don't have no knowledge of it, but they keep talking about this dice game type shit.
Yeah.
Can y'all elaborate on dice game when it's tied to y'all?
And that's Wallo asking this question, and it's a great question because we got to get in Duke the Jeweler. Like, let's listen.
I know people were associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Labusa pool party, and he happened to be there, and he happened to be standing.
This J. Prince Jr. speaking.
Oh man, I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got killed leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I didn't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I didn't know he was from Chicago. I didn't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me. And it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with a dice game.
Yeah, niggas gonna gamble, man. You know what I mean? It's, all around the world, people gamble, people do different things, man. And that shit was happening before we were born. It's gonna be happening after we die. You know what I mean? But like, I know a little something concerning that situation too. And from what I understand, it wasn't even no robbery. The man had all his jewelry on. You know what I mean? So that's some Chicago business. You know what I mean? I hate for people to blame shit on my niggas here in Texas, in H-Town, that they ain't even got no fingerprints on none of that. You know what I mean? But they quick to try and blame it on us first, and then they'll take it everywhere else. But that shit ain't real.
What is the meaning, the definition of mob ties?
Movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
Ain't that powerful?
I never knew. No, I never heard it that way.
Basically, our goal is
Say that one more time.
movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
Okay. Sometimes all this here. You know what I mean? All these related. All this here. These bosses. Is this
All boss brands.
This Drake. Carl Crawford, 1501. That's Megan Boss.
Wow. Okay. I never heard him publicly affiliate himself with 1501 like that. And then said Megan's boss. This nigga is petty.
Mob ties, finesse, honeycomb, and then the one and only.
Mm-hmm.
I love this shit.
The one and only is the motherfucker that broke the doors down. Absolutely, man.
But it's I love that name, man, and I wanna talk about that for a minute because the enemy wanna belittle us to gain conversation and all that small shit. And that ain't what I put in him from a boy. You know what I mean? From a babe. I ain't put no all that weak shit in him. You know what I mean? He has an entrepreneurial mind. This is something that he dreamed. You know what I mean? He been dreaming, blood, sweat, and tears went into this name, and it wasn't on no negative bullshit that they try to paint the portrait on. So now you know the move, you know the meaning. You know what I mean? A movement of bosses. You know what I mean? A movement of bosses. If you don't remember the rest, just remember a movement of bosses. And if you qualify, just ride.
Now, Jazz. How Jazz not here to speak, but how did Jazz feel? Knowing they was coming down here for him.
Yeah. Jazz, man, was heartbroken, man, because Quavo them came down because Jazz was having a surprise Jazz Prince Day. The city of Houston was giving him his day. And Quavo and Jazz is, like tight. So he was coming down to support his brother and, be there for him on a moment like that. So you can...
I just realized that Jazz is not here. So Jay Prince Jr. is here, but Jazz is not here at this interview. Matter of fact, I don't remember him coming out publicly on anything really about this whole, obviously, except for his remorse and condolences and all of that. But the fact that he's not there, I think speaks volumes. And if Quavo, I know Quavo's busy, but it would have been a good look to have him here too, because you three being here is suspect.
Only imagine, how he feel. And then the other piece was, he even tried to get him to leave with him. Because he wasn't there when everything took place, but he was there earlier. And he asked Quavo to leave with him. But the homies wanted to stay and hang out, which was, a noble thing to do. Not thinking all this shit. Niggas like to party, like to have fun. So he decided to stay, but he was heartbroken by this shit, man. He was heartbroken all the way up until this day.
How do you? It was a lengthy police report.
Yeah.
For the guy that was mainly involved with the situation. How do you feel about things that were said in the police report?
Man, if Gillie would be so nice to just read some of this police report and some of the things so the people won't think I'm making up words. I think it'll be helpful.
All right, let me see. So, Willie Bland, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, he stated that he seen the two males he had identified as Joshua and Watkins throughout the evening, that he had seen them with guns. He believed that Joshua said something and began pulling the gun, so he reached and punched him. He thought that males were about to try and rob Quavo.
Now, we can just stop right there. Let me just explain that little piece, how I feel about that bullshit.
Oh.
Now, clearly, this Bland dude and gave a police report that he seen these two guys with guns earlier. But these the same two guys that he decided he was going to punch with his gun out and hit them with a gun. What do you think going to happen? You know what I mean? You seen these niggas with guns and you going to hit them? These people, these same guys that he talking about, man, if any enemy would have came their direction, they'd have had some problems. But as you can see, this clown saw that and decided, I'm gonna try them two guns. And then he tell a blatant lie about they getting ready to rob Quavo. And Lord knows if anybody, any of them people would have tried to rob or touch Quavo, it was gonna be some real problems. So that's just not true.
You want me to finish reading?
Yeah, might as well. Let's let them know how. This dude, here's what he doing, Gillie. This dude right here is running back in Atlanta, getting on the real niggas. So we have to get him $1 million worth of game. Let him know, now this is what he doing out here in Houston. Now if he running up under y'all and you embrace him, that's on y'all. But I can't hide it from him. I want him to know. And I know y'all them kind of people. So let's let them know.
You believe?
Okay, he's making the host nervous. Y'all trying to mix it up and then put them in the two, sending messages to Atlanta, to the bosses in Atlanta who's covering up these fools. We letting y'all know. See,
It was probably Cameron Joshua shooting at him. Shooting at Cameron Joshua. Video showed that Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley, but there is no video evidence showing him firing the gun.
Just this little piece.
Cam Joshua's yellow hoodie.
From right here, a large black male
Hey, Queen.
with the victim's group later identified as Willie Bland is seen either striking or...
No. Let's go to Paul Wade, say who gave him a gun and all that kind of stuff.
Willie Bland further stated he initially obtained the gun that he discharged from Jazz Prince, who was hosting the group, including Willie Takeoff and Quavo, while they visited Houston. Willie stated that he had asked Jazz for a gun, and Jazz provided him with one that was in the truck.
Now listen at that. Now, Quavo, as I stated, is Jazz's brother. So of course, Jazz don't mind making sure, homie got some heat, because we understand that what goes on, right? But now you got this clown. I don't know how it ended up in his hand, but it ended up in his hand. This clown saying somebody want to rob him that gave him a gun. Why would you give a man a gun to try to rob him? You know what I mean? This shit just don't add up and make sense, man, is what I'm getting to. And I'm just trying to get people to realize how big a damn fool this dude here is. And now he ratting all over the place and ran back and, you know, bus shots and ran to the airport and ran his ass back immediately. You know what I mean? He didn't care nothing about the homie Takeoff. As soon as he done that, he went straight to the airport and tore ass home.
Oh.
But I'm gonna leave you with all this paperwork. Look at it later on.
Right, Queen.
Leave me with this shit. Leave you with all this ragged shit.
Y'all going to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I love about $1 Million Worth of Game, because, you know what I mean, we ain't about that fake shit, and we're gonna let it be known, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You know, that shit, definitely when it comes to these raps.
Wait, you heard him say, he asked Gillie, y'all going back to Atlanta, right? And Gillie threw that police report. He's just like, oh, nothing to do with this.
Can't protect them kind of individuals.
I'm gonna say this, like, I think we living in a time in the hip hop culture where it's doing a lot of us, as we move around, we got to be more level minded. We got to use security. We got to communicate with each other. I think we just got to be more respectful of one another, and we got to be thankful for the opportunities that hip hop has provided us. There's a lot of brothers out here on the ground that wish they had the opportunities. A lot of dudes are taking penitentiary chances every day to take care of their family, to take care of their kids. But then there's a lot of brothers that don't have to anymore. And they out, you know, they in a better situation. And I just want to say this to a lot of people, man. If you ain't a street nigga, don't wait till you get some rap money, give millions of dollars to become one. Because what's happening is, you know, and this ain't got nothing to do with this situation right here, but what I'm seeing in the rap culture is that a lot of dudes was in the neighborhood. Only thing they did was rap. They even played sports, they rap. But soon as they got the millions and they got a bunch of dudes that's in the street that now gonna listen to them because they want to go for the ride, they want to get taken care of, they want to get broke off. Now they become this ultimate street nigga. They talk to people crazy. They carry themselves crazy. They on social media talking gangster shit. Any real dude that ever operated outside of the law, did penitentiary time, or didn't go to the penitentiary, was in the street game, ducking the police, ducking the stick-up man, ducking the killers, ducking all the bullshit. They not trying to be no street nigga. They waiting for the nearest opportunity to get out the game. The real cats that really go through this shit because they know what they up against. So why do y'all guys wait till y'all get millions of dollars and want to be tough-ass street niggas?
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Like we can.
I gotta pause because, in my opinion, he could be talking to J. Prince Jr. because J. Prince Jr. didn't come up in those streets. J. Prince made sure his sons had the best, right? Growing up, I'm pretty sure they weren't, you know, coming in the streets like somebody coming up from the mud. So in my opinion, he kind of talking to J. Prince Jr. Listen up, bucko.
The point where is though, this shit is just getting out of control, man. You know what I mean? Everything ain't got to be no aggressive shit. Everything ain't got to be tough. Everything ain't got to go to the internet as soon as some shit happen. You know, if you know, a lot of brothers that go through stuff in the game, got each other number, or you got the manager number. You know somebody in the camp. If you out here, you doing your thing in the music game, there's somebody in every camp that you know, or you got somebody that knows somebody in the camp where y'all can make a call. Y'all can sit there and really talk on some real grown man shit.
And let me say this, man. To all the rappers out here, all the athletes that's made it, do me a favor, man. Stop acting like y'all regular niggas, man. You're not. You made it out. You're worth an asshole full of money. You are no longer a regular nigga out here, man. So you gotta protect yourself as so. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers wanna make it out the ghetto and understand how hard it is to make it out the ghetto and then act like they regular niggas. No. When you got a certain special ability that you able to do out here and change your whole family, everybody around you, the way they living and them they circumstances, but you still want to act like a regular nigga, it'll catch up to you, man. Because you're not regular, so you can't do regular shit no more. That's just the reality of this shit. Because
Yeah, now I think he was talking to Junior, and now Gillie is talking to Senior. I agree.
God put those type of blessings on you that wherever you go, motherfuckers know you. Wherever you go, you somebody. You cause pandemonium. So you're not regular no more. So you can't act like you regular. You can't carry shit like you regular. Because it only take one time for some not regular shit to happen and you're done. So I just want to put that out there too to all the motherfuckers that's out here that's eating and that's making it. Because I be seeing athletes from my city who you watching these niggas on TV, but then you seeing these niggas chill down North Philly.
Yeah.
For what?
No, that's real.
You spent your whole fucking life in North Philly.
That's what you call $1 million worth of game y'all get. But that's why it's also important, even though people got this fucked up check-in situation, you know what I mean, all twisted, but relationships is valuable, man.
Worth more
and
than
important.
money.
The right ones. You know what I mean? They're valuable and important. And me, you know what I mean, when I travel, I've been doing this shit for a long time. And, anybody wise will want to know how you was able to do this and be successful as long as you was able to do it. I was always that kind of inquisitive nigga. I want to know, man, show me when, where, and how to make these things happen. So, I guess I'm saying all that to say that, Gillie and Wallo is absolutely right about what they saying when they saying put some protection on your ass. You know what I mean? Your ass is valuable enough to put some protection on it. And some of y'all gonna do what you want to do. So I ain't gonna tell you don't do this, don't do that, but I am gonna tell you put some protection on your ass.
Is that a message though? Because I feel like he's using this whole interview to send messages and send shots.
I mean, your objective should be to make it home to your family, your woman, or whatever every day you leave out the house. You have to think that way. You know what I mean? And you can't embrace these clowns. You know what I mean? Because a nigga that don't know how to think is a dangerous man. You know what I mean? And that's what we're dealing with this conversation that we're having right now. A nigga that don't know how to think is a dangerous man. A man that feel like every altercation have to end with violence. He's a dangerous man. He's a damn fool, and it's a matter of time before he meet a damn fool. You know what I mean? And the ending gonna be bad. So that's what we're dealing with. And if there's anything that needs to change is, man, leave them damn fools in the hood. You know what I mean? Y'all know the ones that's damn fools before you even bring them out to leave them in the hood, because all the muscle and meanness and all that fighting shit in the world ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to a thinker. Right. You know what I mean? That little man, he was 5'2", and a whole lot of little nigga, you can't impose no muscle. I used to specialize in that shit. Hit me, big nigga, so I can deal with your ass. You know what I mean? So you have to understand that niggas ain't thinking about fighting you no more. So get the right security, man.
And the reason I always stress security is because I understand you got some real niggas from around your neighborhood that they might be real with all the dumb shit. But when situations come, they might be looking at somebody as an op or opposition, and that's not even the case. It could be something that can be de-escalated, and that's what the professionals is there for. When I'm talking about security, I'm talking about real live professionals. You got professional, teams out here that will handle your business for you. And you got to understand this, and I try to stress this to a lot of artists. You're not boo-boo from around the way no more. You're a business. You're paying taxes, you're LLC, you're a business, bro. So you got to carry yourself like that. And I just think a lot of times that money comes and motherfuckers just lose their mind. And like I always tell people, man, and I tell these cats, because I ain't, listen, man, I ain't, a lot of these cats that do these young cats, I'm not your peer, man. I'm your fucking elder, man. And I'm not trying to be an old nigga that's trying to be a young nigga. That's the problem that we got now. And that's why a lot of these young cats don't respect the older generation. Because motherfuckers trying to relive their second childhood. I'm your elder nephew. So I'm going to sprinkle this game on you properly. I'm not no motherfucking nigga that, that's out here was a nigga getting high, doing some dumb shit. Nigga, I spent 20 years in the penitentiary.
And this is Wallo talking, just to clear it. Wallo is speaking.
That shit was real. That wasn't no motherfucking game. Y'all, so for me to see a young cat running around here that got unbelievable opportunities, you niggas is making more money than Tupac, Biggie, put all of them together. Y'all make more money than them, in these bookings y'all be doing in these like, come on, man. Y'all make a shitload of money. And I'm talking about on a show type money. Take advantage of this shit and don't finesse yourself out of your blessings. I know y'all done seen me talk to different people, but like I told Pooh, free Pooh Shiesty. I told him, man, don't disrespect your blessings. Do not disrespect your blessings. Don't be out here with that tough shit, man. That born to lose shit and you got millions of dollars in the bank. I don't know how much I'm going to keep stressing this shit, man. Because a lot of times, the homies and the so-called OGs ain't telling you this because now you the money train. And I got to say this. You got to protect the king or you going back to the porch. There was a rapper named Skrilla said that. And when I say that, all these brothers that fall, they drop, they homies got to go back to the porch. They back on the fucking block now. Because y'all ain't know, y'all wasn't smart enough to protect the king. You protect the king when you make sure you not doing no dumb shit. Because when you doing dumb shit, it's going to affect them. Whether you doing these shows, fucking whatever it is, promote. I'm talking about whatever you going through these cities, soon as you do some dumb shit, that shit fall on the artist. Because they want to lock him up first. They ain't trying to lock you up. Police, DAs, they already want that rep. They chasing rep. They trying to get popping too. You don't even dig it. They want their DAs want they Instagram popping too. Mm-hmm. Fuck time y'all think is going on. They want their Instagram to pop. You got motherfucking police officers. They want their fucking gram to pop. Yeah, lock what's name up. So you just got to be mindful when you operate and you getting that money because listen, man, everybody not happy for you. You got to understand, you motherfuckers going to Rodeo Drive and Ball Harbor and Lenox Mall, y'all spending what a motherfucker making a year in one visit. So everybody not happy for you, but I'm just saying, enjoy your life, enjoy your success, take care of your families, and lay off the dumb shit, man.
And the bottom line is, right, you work so motherfucking hard to get everything you got, and then you could lose all that shit in one night. One night.
No, fuck one night. In
5 minutes.
1 minute. The gun
2 minutes.
Gun go off in one.
You feel what I'm saying? Like one night of some liquor, some pills, some disagreements, some arguments. Nigga like Tory Lanez is sitting in jail.
Let him know, Gillie.
One of the most talented artists in the motherfucking world.
Okay, I don't know about all that.
One fucking 5, 10, 20 minutes. That shit'll change your whole fucking life, man.
And let me say this too. I got.
Then you go from having everything to having nothing.
I gotta elaborate on this. We live in a different time. Niggas is not playing by the United States of American street code manual no more. That shit out the door. That's out the door. A motherfucker would tell on you, man. Same motherfucker that was in the sandbox with you, they would tell on your motherfucking ass.
Tell on you fast as shit, man.
They would get right on the stand, and your mom would be in the courtroom sitting right behind you crying, and they grew up, they ate out of your mom motherfucking house, because your mom might have been on drugs. They would get on that motherfucking stand and tell on you, man.
Yeah. We're witnessing that all over the world right
They would light your ass up and go back out here, and guess what's going to happen? The chick still going to kick it with them? If they can make some move, these so-called Negroes that you think is real niggas gonna fuck with them?
Ain't right on me.
So the game, like, go ahead and figure some new shit out.
You know what? I just thought about another answer to that question you asked me, Gillie, about what other than the homie. You know, it's a hell of a thing to have access to power and not use it. And when I think about the machine my homie P them got out there in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I went, we flew to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I talked with them.
Okay, so now he's talking to Q, or is it P from Quality Control, right? The label that Migos is under them, right? And they're actually right now fighting with Takeoff about him, being solo and up from under them. They still trying to cash in on Takeoff. So now he's bringing them up. He's talking to them. This is.
Homie here. I talked to Quavo here. You know what I mean? Since this situation happened, and that's power. And what I'm thinking about right now is, I would have loved to have seen somebody with his team here with Quavo versus, you know what I mean, one of them other people, man, that don't know how to think. You got access to power. It's important to use that access. A lot of times, we evolve in different things and don't understand the value of different situations because you ain't from there. You know what I mean? And money don't make you be from there. You know what I mean? Just you can have $1 billion and not have a street cred or knowledge in different things. You ain't live that. Right. You won't see different things coming. It'll hit you right smack in the goddamn center of the head. You won't never see it coming because you ain't been trained, you know what I mean, to even see that coming. But when you have access to the power, to the machine, use it. You know what I mean? Use it because it makes a difference. You'll make it home at night. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's what's important.
That's all.
Is he blaming Quality Control for not sending the right people with the artists to Houston when his people were supposed to be looking out? Isn't that how that works? They invite them, they host them, they secure them. But now you want to say to the label, look, you didn't do your job.
I think that's important. It's making it home at night.
And I want to say this, man, like, we some extraordinary people, man. We doing some extraordinary things out here. And we got some hip hop culture. This is the 50th year of hip hop. And we all eat off of that. So let's respect what created this opportunity for us and protect it. You got so many different ways they coming at this shit, man. And they coming at this shit in the courtroom, utilizing lyrics. So you even got to be mindful of the shit you say, even if you're expressing, you can't even, it's to the point where it's though sometimes we can't even use our imagination because some of our greatest artists in the history of life, they was poets. They wasn't real street niggas. They put that shit together. So you even got to be mindful of that. You got to be mindful of what you're posting. You can't show everything.
Quit telling on yourself,
nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Because, it go from you posting something to now, prosecutor talking about on December 27th, 2021, rapper so-and-so was posing with marijuana and the AK-47 on Instagram. They can subpoena Instagram. Everything you post on Instagram, no matter you delete it, archive, they will subpoena Instagram and they will give them your whole, everything you ever posted, everything you ever deleted. They can subpoena every social media network that's out there. Stop slipping, man. Take advantage of these blessings you got and take care of you and yours, man. And I just want to say, once again, condolence to the whole Quality Control, Takeoff family, Atlanta, because this was a terrible loss for our culture. We keep losing artists. It's a lot of senseless, I'm talking about some dumb shit. Dumb shit. We gotta really protect this beautiful art that's giving us opportunity to take care of the people that we love the most and really shake up the world. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I think we touched on everything. You know what I mean? I think you guys wanted to speak your truths, and I think y'all came on here and did that. Yeah. So, I just want to send my condolences once again to the family, the friends, Quality Control, Quavo.
Pay your respects.
Offset, You know what I mean? And tell y'all hold your heads. You know what I'm saying? And just send our condolences from the whole $1 million worth of game.
And to all the families of
all the victims,
all the artists that lost their life. My young boy, PNB Rock, Young Dolph, Mo3, XXX
Too many.
Everybody, man, that,
Pop
Smoke. The list goes on. Everybody that lost their life. Nipsey. I mean, we just got to get better, man, at this shit, man. I just hope that tomorrow's better than yesterday.
You got any last things y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Man, I just hope that this is a situation where we can clear the air, but also give game to future problems that could transpire in the same manner.
And this is J. Prince Jr. speaking.
But just to also let the family know that, our love is done. If it was a way that we could have prevented this situation, we would have prevented it by all means, right? Which we attempted to do. But
how so?
It's an unfortunate situation, and our condolences are with the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and most definitely, our sincere condolences with the family, you know what I'm saying?
Mike Prince.
And I'm just reflecting back to where it's a saying that your character precedes you, and I'm not gonna say everything was negative, in response to this situation, you know what I'm saying? When a person know your character, then it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't misidentified only by those that didn't know me and just went with whatever the media was, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that know my character knew, like, we seen he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, kill that, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on that even with my family, you know what I'm saying? We're not those type of people. You know what I'm saying? We're God-fearing people, but we stand on respect. You know what I'm saying? Me coming and going, and, you can only sit back and allow so much. And that's just the humble side of us, and we've been very humble and respectful with this situation. And any part of this situation that has been misidentified, even from us doing the memorial, and we apologize for that if that was perceived and took wrong. You know what I'm saying? But we never come in nothing with bad intentions when it's dealing with us and family and associates. You know what I'm saying? That's why we speak about relationships. You know what I'm saying? Me not no slick check in, not no undercover extortion. Y'all don't have enough for us to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been that. You know what I'm saying? It's really personal relationships that we have with many. And bro been in this thing for 30-some years. And that's just an entertainment side of it. So you know how far those relationships go. Generations. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have other busters that speak against this. But good game, you know what I'm saying? You let the lane be the lane. You know what I'm saying? Don't you change to your truth.
Yeah, to the homie Quavo. Ain't nothing changed where my love is concerned, where Quavo is concerned. So, there's going to come a day, there's going to come a time that everything we saying, Quavo going to have the opportunity to bear witness that this is the truth. You know what I mean? It's how it went down and from A to Z. And I look forward to seeing that day. But even more important than that, like I told him the last time I saw him, you know what I mean? It's love here. It's love here. And I look forward to that coming back together soon. But this Offset dude, I ain't gonna leave him out.
Oh shit.
I'm just real like this, because
Here we
You
go.
know, niggas be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals. And the truth of the matter is, one can dance and different things in front of these different cameras and all that kind of shit. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, you know what I mean? And I got people everywhere, so I hear all kinds of things. I'm gonna just say this to you. Don't never put me in no position where, I have to defend myself. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be healthy for you.
Ooh.
And, I have to say that. I hate, but it's $1 million worth of game. You know what I mean? It's $1 million worth of game, and I'm gonna give it to him right on $1 million worth of game because
God
I ain't
dang.
gonna throw rocks and hide my hand. I'm gonna just let it be known.
Okay. Did he just literally said that? And $1 million worth of game, again, I believe they're out of Atlanta, right? They rep Atlanta. So this is like shots fired.
To him because I hear what's being said. And it's all love after that. Peace.
It's all love after that. Oh, he just gonna wrap it up with that. Wow.
It's just like that. Right.
Wow. And there it is. Well, listen, Takeoff responded. Let's see what Takeoff's talking about. Because this is not sitting well, okay? He waited to the very end to say that shit too. And that was by design. He knew he was gonna get down like that. Let me get this nice and big here. Take this picture down. Okay, so Takeoff. Obviously, somebody told him. That's how it works. Somebody sends you. Look what old boy said. Okay.
Me and Tate relationship, nigga. I don't know you, nigga.
Wait, hold on.
Nigga, y'all nigga don't know how me and my brother rock, nigga. You trying to clear your face, nigga. This your 5th interview, nigga. You done did about my brother. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family, nigga. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you niggas. You niggas, man, who y'all nigga think y'all nigga is? John got it, nigga. And none of that, bro. I ain't studying none of that shit y'all nigga talking about either. And if you heard something from me, I'ma tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all nigga going off of he say, she say. Then y'all nigga supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all nigga on interviews and it out on an interview. Talking about I said that nigga call my phone, homie. You call my phone, we'll have a conversation. They gonna talk about all that internet games. I don't know what y'all niggas got, what the fuck y'all niggas got going on. Y'all niggas speaking on my real brother. How dare one of y'all niggas even speak on me and Tate relationship?
It's Offset, dude.
Oh,
I ain't gonna leave him out.
I thought it was. Let me listen to this again.
Shit, nigga. I don't know you niggas from a can of paint, nigga. Y'all niggas don't know how me and my brother rock, nigga. You trying to clear your face, nigga. This your 5th interview, nigga. You done did about my brother, nigga. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family, nigga.
Okay.
We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you niggas. You niggas, man, who y'all nigga think y'all nigga is? John got it, nigga. Ain't nobody going for none of that, bro. I ain't studying none of that shit y'all nigga talking about either. And if you heard something from me, I'ma tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all nigga going off of he say, she say. Then y'all nigga supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all nigga on interviews and it out on an interview. Talking about I said that nigga call my phone, homie. You call my phone, we'll have a conversation. They gonna talk about all that internet games. I don't know what y'all niggas got, what the fuck y'all niggas got going.
Wow. Okay, so what how can this end? Like, how can this be resolved at this point? There needs to be a hell of a sit down, and they need to get some big dogs involved, because Jay Prince obviously feels like he is the big dog. Mike Prince has already said, y'all, he feels disrespected by all the chatter, the rumors. The internet has been dragging his family ever since that fateful Halloween night or following morning. This is Takeoff. I'm sorry, Offset. My bad. I'm sorry. This is Offset from Migos, or from formerly from Migos, but now he's Cardi B's husband. So now Cardi B is gonna be involved in this. Lord have mercy. So now I have another something that came through right before I came live. Let me bring it up to the screen. Hold on, y'all. It's Monday. It is too early in the week for this. Seriously. Let me get the picture up here. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay. So the Grammys were last night here in LA, and this has hit the internet. Says that Quavo and Offset get into a fight backstage at the Grammys before the Takeoff tribute. Quavo reportedly blocked Offset from joining him on stage, which led to the physical altercation. I hope this is not true. And now that I'm thinking about it, what time yesterday did this interview air? Because I believe it aired yesterday. And the way Jay Prince was throwing Quavo's name around like he's family, while at the same time dissing and threatening Offset, that could also added fuel to the fire. This interview was a mess. Like, I understand $1 million worth of game is where it's about, about their money, clicks and views and all of that. But this might not have been the right time for this. You know what I'm saying? There, open investigation currently. These people are basically letting us know who did what and how everything went down. So by telling, when I say us, I mean the world, and that includes the cops. I know I feel bad for Offset too, because he's dealing with enough as it is. Imagine being super close to your brother, right? You guys are doing this thing. Your dreams are coming true together, but then there's a wedge. You guys, are separated. Maybe you're not speaking, and then he's killed. That is a heavy weight to carry around with you. And then you have these motherfuckers with this devil energy that continues to poke and poke and poke. And I'm glad he came and publicly said what he said. Maybe he shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm not glad, because it is aggressive and it is sending shots right back. So now what? That's the question. Now what? So we're going to be keeping our eye on all this. It's too much going on to even keep up with, to be honest, because I know Twitter is probably going crazy right now and everything else. There's probably even more responses. I've been back on Clubhouse lately. I'm sure there's some chatter on Clubhouse, but nevertheless, I'm gonna try to bring the updates. We definitely need to keep our prayers up for everybody involved, because people are hurting out here. We have people who are losing their lives over dumb shit. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about this morning. I don't know if y'all heard about this craziness too. Let me see if I have the picture. I have it on my community wall. You could definitely go to my community wall. Please actually go to my community wall, because I need some clicks and comments. But let me see. Did I download the? Yeah, here it is. Did y'all see this mess? This is on another topic. We talking some lady coming out saying she's the love child of R. Kelly and Aaliyah, of all people. Like, leave Aaliyah out of this. So actually, I can pull up the actual video so we can hear her. Actually, no, I'm gonna do that on a separate live. I'm supposed to be going live in the member channel, because that motion for acquittal, or motion for a new trial that he filed, I said I was gonna read that motion. People like to hear the motions, child. So yeah, meet me in the member channel later, and we'll talk about this fake claim, because I'm already calling that a fake. All right, I think that's it for today. Okay, Christina, take the wheel, Jesus, please. Oh yeah, absolutely. I do take Cash App donations, child. God is done. The number 23. What is that number sign? Dollar sign, child. Dollar sign. God is done 23. I appreciate the love. Listen, you guys have a beautiful Monday, a beautiful week. You know what I'm saying? Just mind your P's and Q's, mind your business, says the woman who comes on here and talks about everybody else's business, right? That's how we do it, though. Much love and light. Till next time. Bye. Ooh, ciao.